What's up, YouTube people? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another episode of Skyliner720 SaltWater Creations. What we're seeing today is my reverse osmosis 150 gallon membrane kit in full effect, straight out of the box. Let's crack her open. Let's see what we got up in here. Excuse me. We got the membrane housing, looking sexy there. Oh yeah, look at that. We got the extra tubing, all varieties of colors. We got the clips, the clip on the housing onto the other membrane. We got the Y, two of those. The most important thing, the membrane. Look at that sexy membrane. Yeah, brand new, never used, still in the factory sealing. So this screws off like so, and then the membrane goes in like this. Turn it around. Make this side with this spout with this hole in here. See, it's completely different. Always on top. And it goes, slides right up in there like so. Stick that in there like that. Make it tight. I'll do it eventually, but I'm doing it soft because I only have one hand. And then this screws on like so, like that, tight. And right now we're about to crack this open. And there she blows. Look at that. Ain't that beautiful? This little gizmo or gadget has the flow restrictor within inside of this thing, right? And it's a flush kit as well, all wrapped up into one unit. In case you do not know how to use this unit, as such as myself, they include within the packaging instructions, very detailed instructions on how to use the membrane back flush valve with flow restrictor instruction. Alright people, I want to talk about this flow restrictor slash ball valve kit, all wrapped up into one. It comes exactly looking like this. There's another one with a red handle. What I have noticed through this tube right here, you see that pinhole right there? Now, check this out. See this red line located on this nub where the ball valve handle is located. This is when you turn it to this red line. Yours won't have it at all. You will have to get a Sharpie and do so yourself. When you turn it to this red line, this handle, it will make the pinhole and not that huge hole that you see right there. Alright people, I have just received in the mail my two housings as well as sediment filter and carbon black micron 5. Let's check what's inside this box right here. Sorry for my hand not being steady. Right, awesome. It's one. And here's number two. Now we're in for some serious purification right here. Okay, let's hook up this piggyback system. This is a 150 gallon per day membrane. This is a 90 gallon per day membrane. In total of the two makes 240 gallon per day membrane system. We're going to detach this first cartridge line, which is the carbon block micron 5. This black line right here. We're going to simply attach it to this top line, or nozzle rather, right here. Now from this black line, it's going to flow through this top membrane, through and to the waistline, which is this one being off-centered, which is closest to the screw-off cap. It's going to go into the bottom of this membrane. It's going to go into, which I have just took out this line from. Now this yellow line right here is the waistline, and I would like to point out is located within this waistline is a flow restrictor that came with the unit itself, and this is what it looks like. You really cannot see that at all. This thing, this nub right here is the flow restrictor, and right there is a tiny pinhole. I can't, there we go. and it looks like this. Now this you do not need at all, so we're going to put this aside and keep it for future use. And we are going to relocate our waste line that we took from first membrane, this nozzle that has the yellow ring around it, to our top membrane of the waste nozzle that is closest to the screw-off cap, which you put the membrane cartridge in, or if you will, the black line we have relocated to the top membrane. Now, to reiterate what I have just done, I have took the carbon block Micron 5, which is located in the second housing down below of this unit, which is the black line right here. I relocated it to the top membrane of this nozzle. It is going to flow through this 150 gallon per day membrane right into the second waistline nozzle, which is located on this membrane, which we are talking about right now. And this line is going to go into this nozzle right here on the bottom membrane, which we took this black line from. This line right here was originally the main product water line for the first membrane. I have cut the product water line into two individual lines, and now I am going to add on the Y fitting onto this product line. And the top nozzle will also be producing product water as well, and will be also getting a blue line attached to it with the Y fitting, like so. Now, when you hook up your reverse osmosis, the water will go through your faucet into the adapter, through the first housing with the sediment filter, move on to the second housing, which is the carbon block, into this line right here. It will go into the top membrane, flow through, flowing on through into this yellow line, which you see right here, which is the waste out of this nozzle, flows on through, right? Goes into the second membrane, which is on the bottom, which originally was your first. Now it's gonna do the same exact, but now instead of one line of product water, it's going to be coming from two lines at the very exact same time into this Y fitting, and it's going to go where it was going to go, into your max cap DI filtration system. But wait, Skyliner, you still have an unfinished nozzle, which is the waistline for the bottom member. That's why, my friend, this little gizmo is going to come into place. I have discovered the reason behind this particular unit, the flush valve kit, to back flush the two membrane assemblies. I have mentioned previously in my other two videos with inside this video that when it's turned this way, it has a little hole, pinhole, trap, making the water go through a lot slower through the waistline. When you turn it, it increases the hole and allows the water to go through the waistline much faster. When it's turned this way, the little hole is in that valve, letting the water go through a lot slow, keeping the water in these two membrane assemblies much longer, creating as well a lot more product water, because it's taking a lot more time for it to go through the waistline, the water that you don't want. You will be able to completely close this valve by simply keep passing it to, just keep twisting it until it's fully straight. But you don't want to do this, because I feel eventually that all the waste that you don't want, like the dust and the particles that you're supposed to be flushing out of these two membrane assemblies, will override the system and cause problems if you completely shut this. So using the method of using that little tiny hole that's in this valve to make the waste water drip real slow instead of fast, how it normally does, will prevent the two membrane assemblies from being overridden and causing problems of the such. There is no need for any other additional fittings or hosings. Just the one unit by itself is okay. Also, one more tip that I have forgotten to mention, which all of you know already, but people that are getting into this for the very first time, this flush valve, on all flush valve or restrictor, well, this is a restrictor and a flush valve back kit all up into one. It is going to have this arrow, and you want which direction of the flow of the water is going. You want that arrow to go the exact same direction. Well, this concludes another episode of Skyliner720. I'll see you later. Just wanted to get a shot of that for you to take a look at. Of them all lined up. Look at that. 7. That's 4, Oh, 6, I'm sorry. Basically, it's 7 because of the extra membrane assembly. You're like, boy, damn, you're crazy. I spent a mini fortune on this thing. I'll see you later.